Lakers.
Wouldn't
but
you?
Kawhi Leonard wants to go to the Lakers too.
Cousin Kawhi.
So it's going to become a situation of how many free agents can the Lakers? What are you going to do? I don't know how it's all going to shake out, but the Lakers are going to get at least one more very elite player, whether that's Kevin Durant or Kawhi Leonard. It's kind of a no-lose situation there.
Yeah.
Durant would probably be the better option, only because he's taller and is somebody who can maybe grab more rebounds. But Kawhi is definitely the more all-around player and clearly a much better defender than Kevin Durant will ever be.
Right. Let's quickly go to the NHL. The Islanders, again, have been playing well, though they lost last night to the Dallas Stars 6-2.
Yeah, it was a bad second period.
This past week, as always a good thing, the Islanders beat up on the Rangers. A rowdy game, so to speak, 7-5.
Raucous,
rowdy.
like, up and down, skating, scoring goals, and not playing a whole lot of defense.
At the Barclays Center, as much as I hate the Barclays Center, the Rangers probably hate it more because, for those who don't know, since the Islanders have moved there, Timmy, I'll let you.
The Rangers have 0 wins at the Barclays Center.
It's funny because
I would make sure that the Islanders can play however long they're going to be playing at the Barclays Center for. Was it 2 more years? 2 more seasons. Make sure don't play any Ranger games at the Coliseum.
Well, I
play
think
them all at Barclays Center.
It's funny because whenever they've had an Islander Ranger game at the Coliseum, a lot of times, sadly, Ranger fans get tickets. Especially since for many years the Islanders didn't have a huge season ticket thing going on, and Ranger fans would get in and cheer the Rangers in our home arena. But for some reason, it doesn't seem yesterday for the Stars. I don't know what it was for the game on Thursday.
I'm sure the Ranger game was sold out.
But it's not the same. I mean, just the Barclays, the arena there is just not very good. That's why I look forward to it. Well, it's not going to fall apart, but it's just that car.
What's not going to fall apart? What are you talking about?
I hate that arena.
We understand. Let's not talk about the arena again. Let's not talk about the car again.
I'm not. Did I mention the car?
Yes, you did.
No,
You just mentioned it.
No, I didn't.
I'm going to play the tape for you back when we get off the air. You just mentioned the car.
Well, I was going to mention the car, but then I didn't.
You said the word car.
Yes, well, I did, but
Well, so you
The
mentioned.
Rangers are in second place right now, 22 points. The Rangers are in third place, or tied for second, really, with 22.
Yeah, same point total, but the Rangers will play one more game.
Yep, and Columbus is ahead with 26. As Timmy mentioned last week, this is going to be the weirdest and toughest division in NHL because if you go on a winning streak, you're going to be in first place within a week in this division.
Yeah.
So
you win 3-4 in a row, and
yep.
Everybody's jam packed together. The concern that I have with the Islanders recently is the defense. Barry Trotz has been preaching the defense in all season, and that's kind of fallen apart recently because in the last 6 games, 5 of the last 6 games, the Islanders have allowed at least 4 goals.
That's a lot,
and that's way too many. In Vancouver, I think it was 4-2 that game, but that's the only game that
5-2.
5-2. But that's the only game that they allowed fewer than 4 goals in the last 6. So since a 3-0 shutout over the Devils, the defense has not been good. And especially against Dallas, the goaltending was terrible.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Grice let in 4 goals in the second period. They brought in Leonard after that, and he let in one incredibly soft goal. They got to get everything tightened up, and they don't play again until Wednesday. They play the Rangers again at the Garden.
Yep.
So hopefully, with a couple of practices and being at home for a couple of days, this is a good, nice time for the team, for Barry Trotz to kind of drill it back into him. Say, hey, guys, we got to play defense. Mm-hmm. And you remember what happened last year when you didn't play defense? You were awful. So let's get back to it, and let's get recommitted to that.
Have a little seance for Al Arbor. Say, hey, Al, come back for a week and remind these guys that the Islanders were built on defense.
I wish.
Just say, just put a giant picture of him up there. He'll scare the crap out of them.
I still say, they still need a goalie. I think, Leonard has been playing pretty well. I don't think Grice is the answer. My boy Halak is now a Boston Bruin. I don't know if you saw that, but
no, I didn't.
it's there's still. I mean, they're swimming near the top of the stream. So you can't complain if you're an Islander fan because you lost your best player, but this team is there's not enough firepower and there's not enough talent to make this a run and gun kind of team.
Not yet. No,
not yet.
Anyway, we're going to take a break right now, right after this.
A Super Bowl champion, U.S. Congressman, publisher of Long Island Business News, award-winning authors, physical fitness life coach, and celebrities like Billy Crystal.
Community College. My fabulous friend Linda and I will also share the latest alumni news and updates, so tune in Tuesdays at 4 p.m. to the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC, or listen online with the iHeartRadio app.
Hi, folks, I'm Mel Tillis, and you ain't gonna believe this.
Hi, this is Wanda Jackson. Hi, this is Loretta Lynn.
Hi, neighbor. This is Charlie Leuven.
Hi, everybody. This is Bobby Bear. Hello, everybody. This is Ronnie.
Shake off the realities of the day, broaden your musical horizons, and embrace the diversity every Monday afternoon at 6 on Revelations. The show offers a potently unique collection of music with an emphasis on themes and rock rarities, an occasional tour de force of blues and soul, mixed with compelling sets of folk and folk rock. I'm Steve Kay, and I've got the perfect soundtrack for your drive home every Monday afternoon at 6 on Revelations, right here on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Oh, yeah. 90.3 WHPC. This is from the Press Box here every Monday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Talking sports. I'm Rob Leonard. Joining me, of course, is award-winning sports writer and, yes, my brother, 2, and Phoenix 3. Hard to believe. Or I should say Chicago's tied with the Knicks, 4-13. This team has quietly done nothing.
No, not so quietly. Let's put it this way.
What I mean is, there's not an outrage about the Knicks this year.
No, because everybody knows what's going on. They know that this season is about the tank, and it's about development, and that's what Coach Fizdale is doing. Enos Kanter is.
I like Coach
angry.
Fizdale, by the way.
I like Coach Fizdale too. I think he was a good hire, and I said that when he was hired, and he's proving me to be right. He's proving that the Knicks finally made a good decision after at least 2 decades of complete incompetence.
What, you mean hiring coaches? You don't think Hornacek was a good?
No, terrible decision. I'm trying to think of the last time they hired a good coach, and I might have to go back to Jeff Van Gundy.
And that was because, Riley
left in the cover of darkness, like Pat the Rat that he was.
Yes, he was.
So, they've done better with GMs. Donnie Walsh was a good choice, but they wouldn't let him do anything. Would have come to the Knicks as free agent.
Right.
And he could have had a supporting cast around him. But no, Dolan didn't want to wait. So that was a mess. But right now, Enos Kanter, the center, is a guy who is not happy with his minutes, and I think deservedly so. Enos Kanter is a guy who, when the Knicks got him last year, I was critical, but I was hopeful. And Enos Kanter has surpassed expectations. So he is now a 26-year-old guy who is he's not going to give you 20 and 15 every night.
No.
But he's capable of it. And he's capable of being a double-double machine. So from that standpoint,
plus he tries.
He's a worker. He's a guy who grinds. He's a guy that guys like that Knicks fans love, where he's not blessed with an abundance of talent, but that every night he's going to give you everything he's got, and chances are the stats are going to reflect that at the end of the game. Now, lately, the last couple games, Fizdale has decided he wants the rookies out in the fourth quarter, and that has resulted in losses. They lost to the Magic on Sunday, 131-117. By the way, scoring is way up in the NBA, and we're talking like a couple years ago. It's not a long time ago. Well, now everybody's scoring 120.
Remember the old days when they would literally hack you? Hack-a-shack. Let's just keep hitting everyone. They don't allow that anymore with the defenses.
Well, anyway, Cantor is ninth in the league in rebounding, 11.7 per gift, and the Knicks want to see what they have, and I can't fault them for that. But at the same time, Cantor, who sees himself getting a big contract, whether it's with the Knicks or with somebody else, and at this point I'm kind of thinking it's going to be with somebody else, he wants minutes because he wants to be able to earn money.
Sure, he wants to show what he has.
And Fizdale is kind of aggravating a lot of his veterans because he's playing the rookies. Kevin Knox is getting minutes. Robinson is getting minutes. The Trier kid is getting minutes. So it's a lot of young guys who are getting courts, who are seeing time on the court, and that's at the expense of veterans. Now, Tim Hardaway Jr. is getting his minutes. He's scoring 24 points a game. Didn't see that coming.
No.
Not at all. But he's been their main scorer. So,
I mean, he scored 32 against the Magic.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Again, Knicks had 117 points. Somebody's got to score those points. And Kevin Knox kind of.
Now, do we bring back Carmelo?
No. What are you, high?
I don't know.
Are you smoking dope this early in the morning?
I wish I was. Maybe I don't know.
God, no, absolutely not.
I mean,
why would you? Why would you want
based
Carmelo to
on
come
who
back to
owns
jack
the
shots?
team who
No.
liked Carmelo?
No,
You know.
You know why? Because here's where I'm going to think that there's proof in what Dolan said when he brought in Scott Perry and Fizdale, and he said, "I'm letting these guys run the team."
He said
And
that before.
if you have anything about the Knicks, talk to them. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, he said that several times.
I know he has, and he never meant it. But now we're going to know. Because if Carmelo Anthony finds his way back to the Knicks, first of all, he doesn't want to come back to the Knicks. He wants to go to a team that has a shot to win.